It's a new trading day and traders are looking out for a better deal today. Now let's cross over to the stock exchange for updates on today's trading activities. And we have stockbroker Rotimi Fakaijo joining us now live from the trading floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Good morning, Rotimi.
Good morning, Chimeze.
All right, it's busy speaking to you right here. Well, first, tell us what was your reading of yesterday's market activities?
Well, it's almost been the same trend that we'll be having for quite a period of time. But I believe strongly that things may change, but what could have affected that change is not really forthcoming. Results, any results are being what the market has been waiting for. And the results so far, that is two audited reports that have been sent to the exchange, have not really been very, very exciting. The first was that of Nigerian bureaus, and the other one was United Capital. Though both are paying dividends, but we are seeing a sharp, we are seeing a decline in their revenue and also in their profits. That is for Nigerian bureaus, and also for United Capital, we are seeing a decline in their revenue and a slight increase in their profit after tax. And I think for these ones, in any situation, investors are looking for sustainability. Can this be sustained? And that is really giving a lot of questions. So that is why we are not seeing much of a positive reaction coming from the market as at this time. So we need to have more results in order for the market to be able to judge correctly the current situation in the economy and how that may impact on the Nigerian equity market.
Well, can you tell us where the index is at the moment and which stocks are moving the market apart from those earning results that you just talked about?
Incidentally, the stocks moving the market now are United Capital and also African Prudential. Incidentally, the two are tied together. They exist in one conglomerate, that is the former UBA group before they were separated into different entities. The index presently is 0.03% positive. That is a good one to start this morning. But that is still very weak because if a highly capitalized stock should suffer a decline in price at this time, then definitely that positive change will be wiped off. But I want to believe that with the trend that the market is going now, having traded a value of about 246 million naira presently, I think we may still be able to have a little headway as the trading session continues.
All right, is there any stop pick for the day?
Well, I think the toast of the market for now remains United Capital. The price is at about 326 or 340, and the dividend they are paying is 50 kobo. So that is already mouth-watering relative to the price of the stock as at this time. So it's quite the toast of the market presently.
Direction are we likely to see the markets for the rest of the week? Do you have any idea?
Well, I think the game changer will definitely be a result that can trigger a positive, that can change the situation and maybe trigger a positive trend. And if we see a major company bringing results, the revenue going up, the profit after tax same way, and also an increment in dividend relative to the one that was paid last, I believe the market will react positively. And I think there may be one or two coming before the end of the week, and if that happens, then definitely we will see a slight change in the direction of the market.
I'm sure everybody is waiting to see the slight change in the direction of the markets. Many thanks, Rotimi Fakaijo, for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. Well, let's do a quick recap of yesterday's activities, staying with the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Of course, the sentiments remained weak in the domestic bourse yesterday, and the all-share index declined 0.09% to 27,523.08. And of course, yesterday that was driven by sell-offs in the shares of GT Bank. Now that lost 1.6%, and this brought the month-to-date loss increasing to 4.6%, and the year-to-date gain moderated to 2.5%. Total volume of trades increased by 72.6%, and it came to 290.15 million units with a value of 5.02 billion naira, exchanged in 3,528 deals. We saw losses recorded in all the sector indices except the industrial goods index. That gained 0.46%, as you can see on the screen. Now, the banking index was down 0.55%, and that was driven by losses recorded by FBN Holdings, GT Bank, Jaiz Bank, and as well as Wema Bank. Now, all of that contributed to the banking sector's loss on Wednesday. Now, the consumer goods sector was also down 0.15%, and there were only losses in the share price of Dangote Sugar in that sector. For the insurance sector, though, that index took the heaviest hit of 2.29%, and that was caused by losses recorded by Custodian and Allied Insurance, Law Union and Rock, Mansard Insurance, and WAPIC. For the oil and gas sector, it was also negative. It was also down 1.12%. Of course, most of the shares in that counter remained unchanged, but we saw an uptick in the prices of Forte Oil and Owando. And to the NSE OTC markets, we saw a bit of increased activity yesterday. Now, that index was 0.39% positive, and there was a market capitalization of 503.55 billion naira. Volume was seen at over 49,000, valued at 10.76 million naira in 7 deals. And at the fixed income space yesterday as well, the February 2020 FGN bond, which was auctioned by the Debt Management Office, was oversubscribed by 258.2 billion naira. The DMO offered 140 billion naira across 3 instruments to investors at the auction of 5-year tenor of 45 billion naira, a 10-year tenor of 45 billion naira, and 30-year tenor of 50 billion naira. And we see the numbers now. The market was bullish at the end of the day, with average yield contracting 7 basis points to 10.1%. 32 deals were recorded, and that was valued at 17.89 billion naira. And to the Treasury bill secondary markets, now, of course, that segment was rather quiet yesterday. And thanks to the interest, of course, market participants shifted their attention to yesterday's bond auction by the Debt Management Office, and consequently, yields across all instruments were unchanged. And we saw 12 deals valued at 933.3 million naira. And elsewhere, average yield contracted by 9 basis points to 12.8% in the almost secondary market. Of course, we saw total number of deals coming at 478 with a total value of 177.76 billion naira. But we're waiting to see what direction the markets will be taking today. And of course, we hope for a positive change, Chimizi.
Well, today is still young to say. So we can only hope for a profitable trading day for these traders.
Absolutely.
All right, that's a wrap on the program for today. Thank you for watching. I'm Chimizi Obi Wago.
And I am BC Adebayo.